This video is for all of them who have or who are currently struggling with neurodiversity, ADHD, ASD, whatever you name it, autism spectrum disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, OCD, ODD, ADD, and there are so many different forms of these disorders, and all of these disorders are linked to one single thing. And what that is, I will cover that. But what I want to first tell you is if you are struggling with these issues, with the issues of procrastination, executive function disorder, task paralysis, constant feeling of anxiety and overwhelm, and like it's just the feeling of loss within your own self, and you just feel like you're not able to gather yourself, you're not able to organize your own self, then this video is for you. And if you like my take on neurodiversity, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I will also cover who I am and what I do, and how I realize the power of our own consciousness within us to heal our neurodiverse brain. But that I will cover all that in a separate video. But for this video, it is like I want to talk about why we are the way we are. And it has took me a long time to be here on camera and talking about my weakest aspect, or I would say my mental disability. And yeah, I'm just going to talk about, so what I have now realized is neurodiversity is nothing but this deep disconnection and discomfort with our own self. It is that feeling from inside that something is not right with me, that something that I'm experiencing or something that I'm perceiving is not what everyone else around me is perceiving. And I had my struggles with dealing with my own inferiority complex, my issues with active listening, not really able to focus or listen into the classes, and throughout my life at the workplace also. And then issues and difficulties with reading and comprehension. I have faced all of that, and a lot more. Like I had my own struggles with dealing with driving anxiety, and that's when I have also I'm taking my medications, I am taking all the therapy support, so I have done all that the traditional scientific ways, but nothing was, I just somewhere deep inside me I knew that this is not enough. There is way more to my neurodiversity than what I'm seeing or the professionals are seeing on the surface. And that's when I discovered the power of healing for my own neurodiverse brain. And again, I'm going to cover all the scientific basis of why and how the healing works. But this video is again more about, I want to talk about this deep discomfort that we have, that we struggle with, that we have faced all throughout the life. So I am both autistic and ADHD. I'm diagnosed with both the conditions, and all throughout, I have been diagnosed at the age of 41, and all throughout my life I have struggled with all these issues of neurodiversity. It's just that I never knew that my differences, and it's a mental disability. And but then what I want to say is that with time things starts making sense. So neurodiversity, as So I haven't really got any answers in the scientific ways, so in the medications or the therapies or strategies on how to manage your ADHD brain or ASD brain, and how you can not, how you can manage. Yes, managing and is all good. I am taking medications, I'm not denying that, but what was missing in all of those treatment or the scientific ways is the root cause. So it's like, I would say, all these strategies and medications, they work like bottom-up approach, but there is a way to heal our neurodiverse brain, which is the top-down approach. But first, like, to understand what is this top-down approach, which is the holistic healing approach, and why it works and how it works, we must understand and acknowledge this fact that our neurodiverse brain is the response of is our brain's survival response, and which means our brain is now adapted to this survival ways of working, you can say. And why this survival response? So there is definitely somewhere there is a trauma. The trauma either we experience when we were in the womb of our parents, the trauma which our parents were carrying at the time they conceive us. So it is that trauma. And what is this trauma then? So trauma is that deep disconnection and deep discomfort we have with our own self. This is that discomfort where we have this discomfort running into our lineages. So it's kind of, I would really want to say that it's that generational trauma, which means in our lineage no one has really lived a life which is authentic to them, which is very true to them, their own self, their deepest self, which means our parents, yes, they were functioning in the world, but if we go and trace back, our parents were barely functioning in the world. They were not happily functioning in the world. That's something that all of us neurodiverse kids will be able to, neurodiverse kids, adults, we will be able to realize that our parents were not really living the life true to their passions, true to their joy. They had this deep discomfort, and again it is coming from our ancestors. So our grandparents, they have not got chance to live their authentic life, and all that is sort of now reflecting in us in the form of that brain's fight or flight response. And so what is this fight or flight response of the brain? It is that state of our mind when our mind is perceiving that I have the threat, and it's like we are carrying the imprints of that disconnection they had with themselves, which means they had this dysregulation, nervous system dysregulation within themselves, and they had these survival adaptations. So when our brain lives into this survival state for a long time due to suppressed emotions, repressed emotions, not really able to experience the joy from within, not really able to work on our own passions, that is when the brain starts entering into the survival mode. And there are various adaptations that happens, and it could be also due to some other trauma which our parents or grandparents have experienced in their life, and we are the children who are carrying all those survival adaptations, those high to severe levels of survival adaptations within us. And that is what is reflecting in our neurodiverse brain. So no medication is actually working on this root cause, getting you out of the survival mode. And how to get you out of the survival mode. You have to learn the techniques and follow them persistently for a really long period. Once you start doing those techniques and practicing them and start making them as part of your daily life, and which is about regulating your your nervous system to initiate your parasympathetic state. And the technique is definitely the breath work, but you have to, it's our mind who needs to understand what and how this works. And that's what, like, I have found that this works profoundly for my neurodiverse brain. The mere fact that I'm not now able to, speak on the camera for such a long time is itself saying that these techniques, the ancient healing techniques, are the one that we need to heal our neurodiverse brain. So neurodiverse person is simply a reflection of all that generational baggage that our grandparents and parents were carrying, and we are simply a reflection of that internal fear, that disconnection, that hollowness that they have been having, and we are just sort of reflecting the same. But we have the power within us, the deep power. It lies between the two eyes. And if you are someone who truly believes in the power of our own body and our own mind, the intelligent power that's working for us every single moment, it's just we need to know how to tap into it and how to stay consistent and commitment towards our own healing. So once you start learning these tricks, and once you start understanding the scientific basis for what I'm telling, your mind will be able to pursue this new way of healing, and you will be able to see this inner transformation. And this inner transformation is what has been missing, this energetic alignment within ourselves. So it's like letting ourselves know that I'm safe now. And when we tell this to our own mind and to our own consciousness, that's when it's like you will see that the parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, and once it is activated, it starts opening up all those fight or flight adaptations. It starts reversing all those fight or flight adaptations, and this change is a very real change. It's called the inner transformation, and that is what the world needs right now. So we neurodiverse people, we are born to tell the world, to experience the power within their own selves, to live a life which is true to ourselves, to live the life that we are passionate about, to live this authentic life which is full of joy and happiness within us. And it's like we have this deep space within, deep safe space within us. We just need to tap into the space, and everything starts transforming from there. And I have experienced the shifts. In the past 1 year, and the healing has worked for me in magical ways. And that's why I want to share this joy and love with all of you, and those who believe that there is way more to our neurodiversity, that it's all linked to the metaphysical aspect of our life, and it's more about reconnecting with our own authentic self, reconnecting with our own mind, and reconnecting with our own body. And so it's all about creating this deep space, safe space within ourselves. And once we start doing this, you will see all those disorganized thoughts that start disappearing. All that anxiety and overwhelmness, it starts disappearing. The way you will start gathering yourself, and this has happened with me, the way I feel now, it's just so different. Like, I feel like I've gathered myself, and I have done procrastination for decades. Like, I was not enjoying anything. The joy from me was completely missing, and I was doing things half-heartedly, and nothing was really working for me. So my life was, just falling down. It was just spiraling down. And then I understood what was the missing link is the energetic alignment, and processing all that trauma. That is the biggest thing. And processing trauma is the most difficult part of the healing, because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of acceptance, self-acceptance, towards where I am currently, accepting everything that I'm doing wrong, accepting that I'm not able to do my best into the world, and it's not my fault. It is the way my brain is functioning currently. And it is that then eventually I started understanding, it was functioning that way because I was carrying the imprints of trauma in my nervous system. And that is the reason why I was procrastinating, why I was having this task paralysis all the time. And I will cover everything in detail in another video, where I'll talk all about all my issues and all my struggles throughout my life, my parents' struggles, my daughter's struggle. Everything I'm going to cover in a separate video. And this video is more like about telling you that we neurodiverse people, we are not born here to suffer. We are born to let the world know the power which we hold within ourselves, the divine consciousness, the power of the divine consciousness. We are here to tell the world that it is all about managing your inner happiness, and rest everything will align once we start managing our inner happiness. So if you are someone who wants to do this deep inner work and who believes in the power of your own divine consciousness, and who believes that there is way more to life than what we see on the surface, and who believes that life has to live to our true and authentic values, then my healing program is going to offer you that space. And definitely connect with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And I will be covering more of all my healing journey and my struggles in a separate video. So stay tuned for that, and please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.